the Secretary General. And understandably so. People power. Our power. People power. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. President and fellow leaders. The words of Comrade Otule, that injustice against one is injustice against all. And he clearly said that when it came to private students, government students said this does not concern us. Today it is government students and private students are saying this does not concern us. When Makerere is being oppressed, Chambogo says this is not about Chambogo. When Chambogo is being oppressed, Makerere does not speak out. But we eventually realize that we are all caught up in this web of injustice in this our country. I was listening to your leaders the other day and they told me that some female students have been forced to go into what? Because they are hungry and they are starving. How can Makerere students be allowed to go? This one is calling them sleepovers. But they are not really sleepovers. It is terrible. So we must all rise up and resist injustice and impunity. Like my brother Benjamin said, all that is happening is not because the government does not have money. They have more than necessary, but you people are not a priority to them. And yet we are singing that we build for the future, the great Makerere. How can you build for the future when students are hungry and they are starving? And when they rise up to speak, I saw this comrade from Chambogo the other day being picked up like grasshoppers. Right now as you are coming in, I saw police guys here trying to stop you. And the DPC saying, you should not come to Kavule because Kavule is going to give you food. I even saw some propaganda which they had put out there to say that NUP has cancelled this event. That we needed permission from police, we did not get it, therefore the event has been cancelled because they're trying to frustrate you in that regard. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand what is going on in this country. For us as a National Unity Platform, we believe in investing in the future of our country. That is why our main priority is healthcare and education. And I can tell you, the day our president sits in that state house, which legitimately would belong to him even right now, the things we are going to focus on, most importantly, are education and healthcare. Why? Because if you invest in the people, you are investing in the future of your country. That is what we believe in. That is what we believe in as the National Unity Platform. It is very unfortunate. I even saw a headline the other day. They were saying that very soon they are going to scrap government scholarship. Instead of increasing, they are just trying to reduce. And that is what they want to do. They want to scrap government scholarship. And what will happen to that money? You know what has been going on. We lose over 10 trillion shillings in corruption every single year. Other countries are even having free university education for all students. But here, even the few who are on government scholarship, they are not giving you allowances on time, and they are even contemplating removing all that. So, I think the most important call today is rise up and defend your rights. Rise up and fight for a better country. Someone was even telling me yesterday that some government students, the little money you get, you send some of it at home. Because your parents are what? Are poor. So you can see that the problem is not only is going to send me some money and I take the siblings of this one to school. So stop looking at this as your own problem. Look at it as a national problem and let us fight to resolve it. Without wasting any other time, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to allow you to allow me again to invite the President to speak to us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Students, ancestors. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy your seat. Now, gallant Makererians, hungry. And today I'm going to be brief. I wanted the world to listen to you, not to me. Me, I graduated from Makerere 21 years ago. So it is you guys that know the Makerere of today. When I was Makerere, when I was in Livingstone, when I was in Makerere, we would eat. Actually, every Thursday we would look forward to some chikoko. Those days, Makerere was the aspiration of every student, every child. We would burn the midnight candle to make sure we reach Makerere. And every time a child reached Makerere, the parents were relieved. Unfortunately, all that glory has been eroded over time. When I was listening to us singing the university anthem, you know me, I pay attention to the lyrics. I would hear from east to west, from north to the south, all voices singing, "Arise, Makerere." But does that still reflect? Does that still make sense? Arise, Makerere. Don't forget, through the years, those that have walked through the great gates of Makerere, are the gates still great? Is Makerere still great? I was very well represented by the people that have spoken, especially your leadership. Your former guild president put it very straight, and I cannot add so much useful stuff to that. However, like Comrade Katana said, all institutions are being eroded, slowly but surely. What's painful is that what is meant to build for the future is actually clearly destroying the future. Imagine the children in primary school that are going for their PLE, those that are going for or are doing their UCE exams, those that are sitting their senior 6. You think they dream of coming to Makerere, the greatest university in Uganda? No. Because, look at the government students. Back then we would brag being government students. It meant a lot. People would fear me because I was a government student. They don't fear you anymore. Why? Because of what the regime has reduced you to. This is not an issue of the enablers. It is not an issue of the students that sell you out. As a matter of fact, it is not an issue of Nawangwe. That's the original planner of all this. And that is General 7. And if the guy was gone by now, he would not be here. So, friends, you are on your own. We all are on our own. And therefore, each one of you, each one of us must play a role in the transformation of this country. Everywhere it is dead because that's how they want it to be. They want to reduce you to beggars. But most importantly, they want to beat you down psychologically. To make you believe that you don't deserve anything. You are the first line of intellectualism in Uganda. But look at you, look at how you're being treated. They're forcing you to believe that you don't matter in this country. And I beseech you, don't accept that nonsense because you matter. Back in the day, how could a DPC in my days call a student of Makerere and tell them not to exercise their right? In my generation, you tell us that nonsense. It's like in my generation, all of us were Musiris. All of us were Nambasas.
And I request you to emulate these leaders. Dictatorial governments only listen to pressure. And that brings me to why we invited you here. We were in Kisoro yesterday, but we knew that we had to meet you today. So what we are doing today is only a symbolic gesture of solidarity with you, to share a meal with you, but most importantly, to provoke those that are supposed to be fulfilling this responsibility and they are absconding on it. So with this gesture, I want to challenge the administration of Makerere and indeed to warn you that these students that don't have to eat, when push comes to shove, they are going to eat you. So better do what you have to do now. To you friends, if you don't stand up, nobody is going to see you. If you don't speak up, nobody is going to hear you. Such governments work on pressure. And we hope this gesture, number one, incites others. Because you guys are our children, you are our friends, but most importantly, you are our hope. So I encourage all thoughtful Ugandans to come to your aid. Hunger is not like rent. Rent can wait. Hunger, you cannot hide from it. Some of us have skills in hiding from landlords. But you cannot hide from your own stomach. So this is to remind those that are responsible and to provoke them and to warn them. With those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to pressure those that are supposed to do things so that they can do what they are mandated to do. I thank you and I encourage you to stand firm, to resist. This is oppression, and like Bika said, you can replace oppression with Museveni. Rise up and demand for what's rightfully yours, because if you don't, then even the most basic of your rights, you will lose them. When you pressure them, they will do what they have to do, and everybody will be happy. Thank you very much for God and my country.
People power, our power.
I definitely don't want to be ya luzungu lero. Ya luzungu banani. Lero luzungu abo mawulire g'Oluganda mugaze mu Luganda nga munnyonnyola byayogedde mu luzungu. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We will not take questions. We will interact with you. We will now take the next step of the luncheon.
A luncheon, there is a registration table there with Alan, so you work it out.
If you come and tell me here, I will not give you a chance because the president has spoken.
So we are going to give you the modalities. Don't move as yet. We will give
The direction on how we go because we have certain things that we're going to receive. Mr. President, Mr. President,
Mr. President, that man has very inspiring words. He really wanted me to give him a chance to say something. But this is what he has for you. He asks you to keep time when you have events, and there is a student who has passed on
in Chambogo because of anger. A young girl has passed on because of anger. And let us all stand up in recognition of that lost soul. Let's stand up for recognition of that lost soul. That is what it means. It's not rhetoric. We are not here for games. People are dying, and they are dying of lack of food in the 21st century. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you. You can have your seats. We will have the other. We are getting. So those of you who have registered, you will do lines here. Alan, let's be here on the lines. Let the people begin from here. We will have the lines, students of Makerere only here. Those who are government students and have registered, come here like this. You will pass here, get whatever you get, and then we will have the name. Make sure the person in front of you is from Makerere. Feel very proud to know that. Make sure it is a government student and it is a student. Okay?
Not for no official photograph.
Okay.
Bano baveewo wane.
Bana ba university sabana chira Abana bade njala betta
Special child, your sister.
Sembere.
Hello, sister.
Let's first have a picture here.
Kujichwalata nawe.
Kativaa.
Okay, kama chukue
Cut fresh please.
from the media. You just okay, let's have
Bobi wine no mutumo Bobi wine mukopi mbutagawa mbomokodo Omuntu bagambe kitoleke ki mwe kama musajja oyo atujje mutuleke mbutagawa mukopi gunyoko abantu mwe omanyi musajja oyo kyategeeza gwanga lino era nze mbasaasira abaana b'e Makerere enjala ebadde bantu balaba kusimayiro basanyufu tulina obuzibu mu ggwanga lye bali kulembera tebaasoma minisita wa education
Ministry namba esobola okubalirira abaana basomero naye excellence Robert Kyagulanyi abaana abadduukiridde ekyokunya abaana
wandiika linnya lye bwe minisita of education
badde bafa
nze nawugambye bonna basinga bitabo famire yonna bagigatta nga tewali ansinga
eno gavumenti twabadde gavumenti ya National Unity Platform ndalamu
wasaba butamadada ku peji yange mu Nelson wammwe so abasinga jogera bateesateeseddwa abasinga nabali wanasooka abalayini gyekumaka
tuli Makerere Kavule omulungi andaba akaseera kano tuli Makerere Kavule nga ba student ba university b'e Makerere nga His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu abadduukiridde n'abawa emmere abaana badde bafa enjala kyoyogedde kituufu nti kati abo bagenda kunyiiga kyoyogedde kituufu nti kati bagenda kunyiiga webale nnyo mu baganda baffe abaliko akaseera kano bonna abeekomeddeko abanga nyongera okutumira ku babaka bano okuli Honorable Isaac Tomusango w'Emicyananga webale nnyo webalire ddala okubeerako Honorable Namugagoleti ow'Emawogola webale kubeerako Honorable Namugagoleti ow'Emawogola webale kubeerako anga nyongera okutumira ku bantu bano amanga Honorable Kato Shakira ow'Ebukoma Nsimbi Honorable Kato Shakira ow'Ebukoma Nsimbi webale nnyo webale kubeerako Honorable Kato Shakira abaana babadde bafa enjala abaana badde bafa enjala nga His Excellency n'abadduukirira n'agamba waayo abaana bafa enjala nadduukirire kano akatono erikubo baliveemu babayitaawo abwekyo omulungi aliko webale nnyo okubeerako yongera okutumira ku bantu bano wammanga Honorable Isaac Tomusange Mitana North, Honorable Nakato Shakira. Oyo omukyala Honorable Nakato Shakira gwendi mu Bagamba yagenda okubajjirayo omukyala gwe bayita Veronica Nannyondo Veronica eyabalyamu olukwe abantu b'e Bukomansimbi. Honorable Nakato Shakira ajja mumulabiranga ddala agenda bajjirayo omukyala oyo akyusiza bukyusa kuba yaliko LC5 bwe yalabye nga abantu b'e Bukomansimbi gwe mwatuma yabalyamu olukwe n'agamba yabalyamu olukwe kati waba yabalyamu olukwe kati kanzije nze mbe nga sijja balyamu olukwe. Honorable Nakato Shakira ow'e Bukomansimbi ajja mumulabiranga ddala abantu b'e Bukomansimbi. Amanya n'eddogo zikyambadde omusomesa nzaalwa okuwanga okuweereza. Amanya n'eddogo zikyambadde omusomesa nzaalwa okuwanga okuweereza ng'omulungi atulaba akaseera kano. Omulungi atulaba kyambadde omusomesa nzaalwa okuwanga okuweereza era nga bakirikira boona subscribe. Abaana abadde bafa enjala naye His Excellency abadduukiridde n'agamba buli omu agendeyoko n'akasawo k'akawunga n'ak'omuceere. Bwekyo embeera bweri omulungi andaba akaseera kano. Honorable Namugagoleti webale kubeerako nkulengeddeko.
Nebagenda okusomesa abaana bammwe nebasomesa baganda bammwe bagenda kujjawo mulali basomesa ebyaddala bayita mubere mugezi bano bala gavumenti yabasomesa basasula so baganda bange embeera etuliyo okulimukanga bannayuganda okubana kwedirwanyisa generation kumalawo embeera eno abo basawo bantya abo basomesa bantya naye embeera tebalimu eyo balooya bantya ogenda kumekagenda kulyanguza okutegeeza famire yo ndino kwanda kuzolitereza nga buli kintu nga kiriwo abantu bakaba amaziga bajjaja bakaba bakojja bakaba bino bigenda kukomadde nga musirisira agendako wadde obuwunga anaye mwibo ensonga y'ensi yammwe enensi yamuweereza gasasulira abakomunisensi
omulungi abaddeko akaseera kano eyekumidde ku legiative bwekyo embeera bweri nga His Excellency adduukiridde abaana ba university abaana b'e Makerere akawunga bambi enjala ebadde ebatta njala ebadde ebatta era nga bwetyo mbeera buli mulungi alimpo okulaba bwetyo embeera bweri yes abamu babakanze nebagamba tebajja kusobola naye abasobodde ne bajja mwebale nnyo abaliko abeekomidde ku Lukiriryo TV embeera bwetyo embeera bweri guno abali ku Ghetto TV mwebale nnyo mwebale
So we are now going to have lunch with the president. And the president will go to the line, and then the rest of you will join the line from behind.
Another line should come here.
The two lines.
We organize this. You are a university student. Why do we have so much confusion here? I don't want
ekyo kye bayita National Unity Platform. Bw'obeereyo ng'olowooza nti baakwerabira bo baba balaba. Omutima gwe balaze olwaleero bawadde abaana aba Makerere University abali mu zi hostel ez'enjawulo, babawadde ku bintu nga ebyokulya bye bakozesa, kubanga bakimanyi bulungi nti bano abaana babonaabona mu nsonga z'ebyokulya, babonaabona okufuna ekyokulya. Y'ensonga lwaki bawulidde ne babadduukirira olunaku olwaleero basobole okubafunira ku kyokulya, kubanga bamanyi bulungi nti bano ye Uganda ey'enkya, be bakulembeze b'enkya. Y'ensonga lwaki bagezezzaako okubawa kye basobodde. Eno nno ye Uganda gye twogerako, Uganda ey'awamu, Uganda eyeeyagaza, Uganda ery'obumu, Uganda etasosola, so eno eya Mwami Museveni esosola mu buli kimu, status, wajova n'ebisinga ebyo byonna byonna bo babisosola. Naye mu gavumenti ya Kyagulanyi talina gwasosola, kabeere mwana wa ssomero, kabeere mukadde, kabeere muvubuka, kabeere mwana muto, bonna bonna abalaga omutima omulungi. Omutima ogwo gwe bateekeddwa okulagibwa, abalaga ekyo ekituufu ekirina okukolebwa, wabula ye Nakyemalira ayagala kusaanyaawo byanjigiriza, ayagala kusaanyaawo kubanga akimanyi nti bwe tutaafuna byanjigiriza birungi tetujja kubaako kye tufuna, kubanga tukimanyi bulungi nti n'abaana abaabwe tebasomera wano mu ggwanga Uganda mu masomero gaffe, basomera eyo mu mawanga ag'enjawulo ge bamanyi nti go galina standard, naye gano amawanga agaffe nga Uganda tebasobola kuweerera mu baana baabwe kubanga bakimanyi bulungi nti omusingi baagudibya dda.